Okay, hello everyone. In this video, I just gonna show you how to do the shadow for the office building that we have been working on, and I just gonna make some comments along the way so that helps you to complete this step. Okay, so I'm gonna that we have been working on, and I just gonna make some comments along the way so that helps you to complete this step. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So we have the topography in the building so far. We just need to isolate the building itself. So I'm gonna isolate the height category. I have some trees here, so I'm gonna hide that one too. Okay, and with the building like this, I'm going to go to the back of the building. And here I need to see what is my working plane, an in-place mass. Doesn't matter what name you use. Here I just show, I mean it's showing where the working plane is, which shows in the floor level, but I need to change it to this wall on the back. So I'm just gonna set that to there, and you see that the working plane now shows on the back of the building. And we do this because we're gonna use some lines to indicate the shape of the shadow, and for doing that we need to work on the same plane as those lines will be. And if we place the lines in the way that it was before, basically they're gonna be aligned to the floor, but we need to be aligned to the building itself. Okay, now I'm just gonna go to that perpendicular view, and then I'm gonna just draw some lines. I mean, this is a little bit random, but I mean the shape of the shadow is something like this approximately. I mean, you can move things around. I'm just gonna move this vertex so it shows like this. Now I'm gonna use a pick lines to add to copy these lines to another grid line. And I need to make a copy of this, so I'm gonna use picking lines, and then I think it's grid 3. And actually because I'm still showing the working plane, now you see actually where is the working plane, sorry. And now what you have to do is actually select all the lines at the same time. If I click on the line, if I hover over the line here, it's only one line, so you have to use tab to be able to select them all. Okay, I'm gonna escape. I'm still in the mask. I haven't finished. And now I'm gonna select both sets of lines, and I'm gonna create a form. And this is what I have. Just be sure that it has all the faces. And I think from this point the tutorial goes through making some edits. I'm gonna go to the south view, and then south view, which is the front here, if it let me. And then I'm going to you need to select the faces here, because one edit it is doing is to extend this face towards the front of the building. I'm gonna select that face, and then with that one I'm gonna move this here, kind of. And then another change that it does is that it takes this vertex. Just be sure that when you're selecting what you want to select, then with a gizmo you move it a little bit towards this direction. Okay. I mean, it suggests multiple changes. I mean, it doesn't need to be exactly the same, but as long as it's somewhat similar to what the tutorial shows, it's okay. And you can move almost anything here. My shadow is a little bit taller though. Okay. Another thing that the tutorial asks you is to create another edge on the shadow in this between these two vertices. So I'm gonna select that face, and then I'm gonna select an edge from here to here. Okay. So basically we have another inflection point at that location. And then on the other side, which is here, it's taking the edge here, and then I move it up all the way to the front, something like this. It's a little bit over exaggerated, but I mean, as long as it goes towards the front, it should be fine. And I think maybe in this way I just wanna reduce this a little bit, and this. Over here a little bit. I mean, just trying to make it look like how it is in the tutorial. Okay. Okay, I mean, this is an approximation, but basically you're looking for something like this. Okay, now I was gonna place the void and create a rectangle, but the problem is that I didn't change my working plane. So if I show it again, it's still in the back of the building, but we need to have the rectangle show on the face of this, on the south face of the building. We're gonna change set the working plane towards the front of the building. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rectangles. I'm gonna do something like this. This might not be exactly the dimension that I need. I just try to resize it accordingly, so 0.8 I think. And then from the planar view, I have to rotate this. Doesn't matter, 30 degrees to the clockwise. I'm gonna move it a little bit to this direction. And now I'm going to create a void from that to the object. If you create it correctly, you're gonna see some cuts. The problem is that when you actually do this step, I'm gonna stop showing my working plane. Then the void, the problem is that then it's not even geometry, so it's just cuts in the geometry, so it's tricky to select. So the way that I actually do the selection of the void to be able to continue editing is that I create a region. When you create a region that includes the void, the problem is that you also select the shadow, like the canopy, the shadow that we created. So, but then I remove it by clicking Shift and then click the shadow to remove it from the selection. And now you need to select the faces on the sides to be able to expand that face towards the exterior side of the shape of the shadow, because you need to cut the geometry all across. So I'm going to tab until I see that face selected. You see that it is selecting that face, and then with a gizmo I'm just gonna pull in that direction. And now, I mean, that doesn't make sense more on this side, but the problem is that when we copy this shape, this buoy towards the back of the building, if we don't do this, we're not gonna cut the geometry all throughout. We're gonna do the same on the other side, and again, it's tricky because geometry is it's not it's just removing geometry that we have. So I'm gonna do the region and then selection, remove the selection, and then going to select that face. But it's a tricky one, alright? So you have to tap multiple times. There. Then you pull all the way to the other side. Did I did it correctly? Well, let's see. I'm gonna remove. Okay, yeah, I did it correctly. Okay. So here is the first buoy, and then the next step shown in the tutorial is to copy this multiple times. I just need to know how many. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna select and then remove that selection. I'm gonna select the copy tool. You just need to select one reference point. I'm gonna select this corner over here, and then you just move to the direction where you're gonna create a copy. Oh, and you need to be sure to select multiple one, and then we are gonna do every 7 meters.